Let's talk about chemistry for a second. Chemistry. Maybe you've heard this term before. Chemistry, creating chemistry with a woman. I like to say that's synonymous with creating a deep connection with someone where you guys just, boom, you hit it off. It works out really well. You're very comfortable in front of each other. I think chemistry is liking someone plus the comfort of being around them. So you ever go on a date with a girl, or ever meet a girl, or maybe you've gotten into a relationship with a girl where you just feel like you can be yourself and you're confident and you could just be playful and be the unapologetic you around them, and they like it and they can be that way too, and they feel that way around you. This is chemistry. I feel like in pop culture or just the main part of society, they think that you can't create chemistry. And I actually think you can. I think that, let's just give an extreme example. I think that if you were with a girl stranded on a desert island and she did not like you, but it was only you two, I think after a certain amount of time, you guys would end up creating chemistry. I think you would end up getting along because you're forced to, and you guys would end up being together. I bet you'd even fall in love, and I bet you'd even be together and be in a relationship in this fake scenario of you on a desert island with a girl. And I think the opposite. I feel like if you were on a desert island with a girl that you weren't interested in, chances are over time you just would be. I think with enough time, two people can create that. Of course, I know we're not on a desert island and you're not going to be in that scenario. So no, that's not how you're going to create chemistry, by forcing someone into that situation. But my bigger point is I feel like with enough time, and you of course being your most attractive self, you can actually create chemistry with a woman. Here's a few tips for you to actually be able to create this chemistry. Okay, so the first tip is eye contact. Talk about that a lot in the channel. I even talk about the fact that I talk about it a lot in the channel. That's how much I actually talk about it, because eye contact is very powerful. It's one of the most powerful nonverbal techniques that you can use. When you're able to look someone in the eye, you're able to create a connection with them. It's that nervousness and shyness and not looking them in the eye and looking away that doesn't create a connection. Again, we're talking about chemistry and creating a connection here. So first, you want to be able to create a connection with your eyes. You want to be able to look at her. You want to be able to gaze into her eyes and look at each other when you guys are speaking. Whether this is on a first date, or whether this is on a phone date, or if it is an approach that you're doing when you meet a girl somewhere out and about. You want to make sure you have really good eye contact. You want to make sure that when you're talking to a girl that you are as comfortable and as relaxed as possible. I preach this a lot, but I feel like I haven't really talked enough about it. This idea of comfortability, feeling at ease when you're around someone. So if you're around a girl and you're feeling comfortable, at ease, confident, it's going to make her feel more comfortable around you, which again is going to allow a connection to be built. And that's the whole thing. Connection can't start if you're not comfortable, you're not looking her in the eye, and you seem very nervous. Not only does she like that confidence in you, and that's attractive to her, but also it allows her to open up a little bit, okay? When you're talking to someone and they're very non-judgmental and they're just talking to you almost like a friend, like, you talk to a friend, you're just talking, you guys are just hanging out, you're relaxed, you're open, you're being honest about stuff, right? That makes it more comfortable and allows them to let their guards down, which can allow for chemistry to happen. Here's another thing. What you talk about creates a connection. So I've done a video about the 36 questions that can make a girl fall in love with you. There was an actual study done where they put people in front of each other who were giving each other really good eye contact and asking each other these 36 questions. I'm looking down because they're in my book here. And then they answer them honestly. And a percentage of these people actually fell in love and got married. It's pretty insane. So in my book, Magnetic, I have all of those questions in here and also more information about how to use those and how to be interesting in conversation. By the way, if you want to pick this up, it's on Amazon. I'll put a link down below where you can check it out. But what I want to do right now is just give you a couple of these questions. Again, these questions are to help you connect with someone and actually help you create chemistry, because chemistry is the connection between you and her. So when you guys are being honest, talking about deep stuff and getting to know each other more, you feel more connected to them, which builds the chemistry. So here's one good question you can ask. It would be, if you could wake up tomorrow having gained any one quality or ability, what would it be? So you can actually ask that question on a date. Here's another one. For what in your life do you feel most grateful? So these are very deep questions here. These are deep questions that allow you two to get to know each other. And by the way, you better believe that you gotta have an answer for these questions too, which can allow you guys to connect even deeper. Here's the thing too, chemistry doesn't happen off the bat. Sometimes it does. Sometimes you meet a girl and you guys are just like, whoa, boom, it hits. You're so comfortable in front of each other. You're both instantly attracted to each other. That happens. But what I'm saying here is, it doesn't always happen, but you can create it. So another way to create more chemistry with someone, or create chemistry even in general, is to be able to spend more time with them. So remember I gave you that example of being on a desert island? The same idea here. The more time that you spend with someone, the more you two can allow each other to connect, understand who that person is, and actually like each other, okay? So you want to be able to spend more time with them. That's why I'm always telling guys, get the girl on the date. And by the way, I don't have my phone with me. I was going to pull it up and say, don't use your phone to be texting a girl all day. You cannot create chemistry over texting. It happens in person. You got to be in person with each other so you can be able to sense each other's sub-communications. That's how you're going to get comfortable with each other. So you want to spend time with her. You want to get her on a date as fast as you can. You don't want to wait too long to go on a second date, and then a third date and fourth date. The longest you should ever wait in between dates is a week, and that is the longest. You guys got to be getting together and spending an epic amount of time with each other to be able to create that chemistry. One thing you can do as a little trick is if you meet a girl out and about, so let's say you're walking along, you see a girl walking down the street, and you think she's cute, you go over and you approach her, and you guys are talking, you're striking up a conversation, and then all of a sudden you go, hey, you know what? Why don't you and I grab a coffee and we'll continue this conversation? And she's like, all right, you know what? This has been fun. I got some time. Why not? Let's go grab a coffee. So then you guys go and you grab a coffee, you're hanging out, you're talking, you're comfortable, you're relaxed, giving her good eye contact, maybe using a couple questions to get to know her. And then all of a sudden you're like, you know what? I got to run an errand real quick. Walk with me. I'm going to go over to Walgreens and pick something up. Come with me. So then you guys go and you go to Walgreens. And then you're like, you know what? I'm kind of hungry. Let's go get some dinner right now. Great. You guys go get some dinner. And maybe after that, you go back to your place. That can happen. Okay, maybe not always all the way to the point where it's back to your place, but that is very possible. But the whole point I'm saying here is you're spending more time together. This weird psychological thing happens where the more different memories you create and different places that you're at, coffee shop, Walgreens, dinner, your place, it actually makes it feel like you guys have been hanging out longer and then can create that chemistry. So think about moving different venues, moving to different places around maybe a bar if you meet a girl at a bar, so you can create more of that psychological time gap where you guys have been spending that amount of time together and creating all these different memories. If you need more help with this, check out Magnetic. It's going to teach you everything about how to be able to build attraction and create more of that chemistry with the women that you're talking to. But I hope this helps. You can do this with women. It is possible. You just have to make sure that you're using the techniques that I talked about in this video. Good luck, hope it works, and I'll see you on the next one.